What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What is this? What is it? Uh-huh. What? Oh, wake up, Tayali, wake up. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. You know when you, you sleep and you wake up, you just wake up very quickly. Your brain.
Now I have time to check.
Now I have time to check. After 3 years, all about what things I checking, huh? Now I have time to check. After 3 years. Now I have time. Now I have time to check, Lelo. You have time to check. Almost 3 years in office, you didn't have time to check. Now I have time to check. They came to Alalanda po. Iria shirika to Alalanda po effort to shire pano. Kwebati tulande na vekala chalo. So tuchite so apa ikala apeyi. Oku kulifya bwinoku. Then uyu now atampe kwapa. But tufuye tulishepo ka uka song first. Ka uka song kale kwa ika. Eu Chagwa Lungu Now I want to play this uka song. Namba imaba uka imwe. Kutuma vikasha ni ifima copyright kurimbo lwenu. Ba uka kutuma vikasha ni ifima copyright kurimbo lwenu. Political songs that are supposed to be shared, they shouldn't have copyrights. This song has copyright, so when you are sharing it on some of the platforms, it is being rejected. Like TikTok. TikTok is flagging out the Uka song for copyright because whoever it is put some copyright whatever rights. Political songs you don't put copyrights. Don't bring in the copyright issues because we want to share the song. But if there are copyrights claims, it becomes difficult. But the song is very nice. This is the Uka song, and I urge you to look for it. It is there on my page. It is there on my page, and even the websites where you can download it. Download the Uka song. Very nice. Let me grab a drink.
Don't tell no lies to me, 'cause it brings back memories of days that I once knew, the days you promised to. Oh no, don't tell me those lies. It fills my heart with pain. Please stop it right away, 'cause I remember just what you said. Unakamba fuel izangala 15 namangwala muribe movie batara yue. Unakamba kusakala mtendere apa maje majanki abaka uriata bari uriata hulu uriata bari uriata hulu uriata bari uriata hulu. Oh yeah, Mazambians batamba kochabe, ma foreigners balemela na mamini rosiatu, fertilizer na sidi tigava na mumameda, atinayo ibuela mochedwa. No more, no more, no more. False hopes. Remember kuma rallies unakamba unga uzachipa, but you okay why my pressure yes yasila. Uriata hulu, uriata bari, uriata hulu, uriata bari, uriata hulu.
So anyway, let me stop even the song because it might even mute my broadcast on TikTok. The Uka song has got some rights issues, and I urge you that when you are making these songs, please don't put copyright claims, because it becomes difficult for people to share. So I actually had written some notes, because what I'm talking about tonight is very important. I want to appreciate a lot of you that are sending me a lot of information. I think there is a very good response from a number of people to forward some information. So I am very grateful, but I want to tell you that when you give me information, I need to line it up. So I may not touch your issue tonight, because when you give me an issue today, you might expect that 20 hours I'll talk about it. Please excuse me, because I need to line up some of these issues. So I've got a number of issues. I've gotten the issues relating to those who were recruited, who have not been put on payroll. I've got very good evidence that we have about 7,000 people who this government has been bragging about, to say we have employed people, and yet they have not even put them on payroll. In some previous, when I was talking about this issue some time back, I remember touching on this issue, that it is one thing to just publish names in a newspaper. It is another to put them on the payroll, and this government is struggling with that. But I have received that information. I'm just mentioning it to you so that you know that I've received the information, and I will come back to it. At the same time, I also want you people are from a Meridian Bank. Neri ashinaba badan kariadia. Ili ashidiaba dan kariadia. Ili ashidiaba dan kariadia. Badan kariadia. Tawafuni fokula changira mkula chita increase. Ama monetary policy. You should look at this issue of Meridian BIO. So I want to have a feedback because I know there have been negotiations going on. So I want to be fair as well. So let me know about Meridian BIO, what is going on. Let me know what is going on with the Bank of Zambia workers. What is happening so far? We have been talking. Vadan Kaderi has been hearing. Has he acted? Can we hear? Can we have a feedback on that? So give me information. Thank you for the information that you are giving me, and I will be bringing it out. Of course, I also need to verify. I need to verify. I'm not going to be a careless citizen. This I'm not going to do. Though I am out here, it doesn't mean that I'm going just to be giving falsehood, like what the watchdog were doing. The watchdog, when they were in exile, you know, they were just publishing, if you have, me, I'm not going to publish lies. I'm not malicious. I will only give facts. So when you give me information, I will verify it, and it would even be better if you give me some form of evidence when you are reporting these matters. Give me some form of evidence so that I don't have to struggle to find out, you know, whether what you're telling me is true or whatever. Give me some form of evidence. You have got a lot of evidence. You have got documentations. You have got, you know, recordings. Give me those kind of evidence. And I also want to urge some of you people. I'm sure some of you are even watching. Some of you people are actually related to some of the issues that I bring here. And when I reach out to you asking for information, please give me the information. Please give me the information. Give me the information. Some of you, you know, I'm reaching out to you. Katushinga mwenso washa ni mwa kwata. Fish mule tina. Bali michitakale implicate. And, you know, you will never be good boys to these people. You will never be good boys to these people. You will never be good boys. I want to warn you. You will never be good boys to Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema is just going to use you. I know some of you are being coerced that you become state witnesses against Edgar Lungu. I know that some of you are being coerced that you become state witnesses against Edgar Lungu. You are being naive. You are being naive. You are being naive. If I'm telling you, you are being naive. There is no being good boy. There were people that tried, immediately UPND came into power, they tried to become good boys to Hakainde Hichilema. Where are they today? They were people, but there were a number of them. There were a number of them who tried to become good boys, including myself, by the way. In F1 because, you know, whatever I go through, you know, it helps me. I was also one of those people who tried to be a good boy to this government. I tried to be a good boy to Hakainde Hichilema's government. Where did it take me? Where did it land me? Nothing. Where is Amos Chanda? Look at Amos Chanda. Look at Amos Chanda. Two conviction so far. If you have chave. So those of you who think that you can become good boys and good girls to Hakainde Hichilema, you are wasting your time. And by the way, Hakainde Hichilema is going. This is what you have to know. This is what you have to know. Hakainde Hichilema is going. Hakainde Hichilema is not going to survive. He's not going to survive. So you trying to become good boys and good girls to Hakainde Hichilema, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Hakainde Hichilema is going. Hakainde Hichilema is not going to survive. Zambia is not a monarchy. Hakainde Hichilema bali mushira chifulo chiria, so he's gonna be there. He's going. People put him there, and the people are hungry with Hakainde Hichilema. You have seen how they are booing. They are booing him. You have seen how they are embarrassing him. You saw the video which I posted. Here kuna nkane kumulungushi. You saw how he was embarrassed. Atampo kulala kanava iche so. Ale Hakainde Hichilema tapali chakwe. Ali shuka kwa bemba kula kwine aile teke shama meeting na ma chiefs. Ni kwa bemba our chiefs, with due respect kuli bakanavesa besu. But bakanavesa besu, you must start manning up. You have to start manning up. Look at the traditional leaders of our Western province. If we got to show for 12 if you kusai juku. Mwandi lekeni ndande. Ukukusai juku. Chawa shani kaishi. Limotule walanga abantu ata fumapa. Tature kufuaya. Uku. Na ku Eastern province. Tualichiramo mulomo. Tule ko mulomo. Hakainde Hichilema. Tapali chakwe. So all of you who think that you are going to be good girls and good boys to him, you are wasting your time. This man is going, and he has engaged in desperate moves to save himself, like a lifeboat. What new do the ship ya wunda nomba wambo for a lifeboat. They are looking for a lifeboat to come out, and their lifeboat, they are looking at Edgar, Chagwa, Lungu. They are working around the clock. They want to find something that they can implicate Edgar, Chagwa, Lungu, arrest him, so that bamushinge amala ya ambushi mumukoshi. So that bamushinge amala ya ambushi bamube peshoko bati yo ifintu na Philippa, because Edgar Lungu ali vile. Nili ladi mwata mpile wa Hakainde Hichilema. When did you start? When did you start verifying this man? When did you start scandalizing this man? When did you start making this man an scapegoat? Since you came into power, Edgar Chagwa Lungu has been your topic. Everything that you have failed to do, ni Hakainde Hichilema. Nangu mwakwata constipation. Ni Edgar Lungu. Nangu mwakwata constipation. Mwekafi. Constipation ni Edgar Lungu walenga. If it is ni Edgar Lungu walenga. You fail to function mumande mumienu ni Edgar Lungu walenga. Fiance fe ni Edgar Lungu. You have been doing this from the time that you came into power. Almost 3 years since you came into power. You have just been pointing at Edgar Lungu. Ni Edgar Lungu. Fiance ni Edgar Lungu. Fiance ni Edgar Lungu. Muntu alale mumala ni Edgar Lungu. And today, after you have even shown that you are politically impotent. You have shown that you are politically impotent. Tetimufyale. Politically, you can't give birth to good policies which can change the lives of Zambians, which can change the lives of youths that went early in the morning. Aba icheva liwukile kuma 0302 via Tantama to vote for you. And you have done nothing for them except to kulaba bepa fiomufi. Echo wale miwele la nomba. Vale miwela muamba no kulatarikana. Everybody zi utuba ichetu wakana. No. Zesko. Tamuaita mbewino tapali ichenu. So you can't use at this point in time. Wupu wine ndemieva. It is the ultimate foolishness to think that this time around you can work with Gilbert, PHIRI, and a few other people in judiciary to go and implicate Edgar Lungu in this FTJ university and the dual carriageway, so that you can go to parliament. We know. Na batweve eliashi, na alifika eliashi. oko mule wombesha trying to put to my document apo mwatampira kumwimba Edgar Lungu kale. And me have been telling you, Edgar Lungu is just the wrong way to salvage, to absorb your failures. It is very wrong. I'm telling you, you missed me. You should have had me when I offered to be with you. Because mdala, political strategy, nangumbone kefino mushanshani, political strategy, ndimukali, tamukwete ma political strategist, tamukwete. Ma shododo yeka yali mu State House. Mulifya ma jododo yeka ma jododo. Vananika ati va levi ngoma. Ma jododo yeka badi. Ma jododo. Aven uyu nanika no uyu atinani uyu. Uyu mbi uyu gay uyu atinani uyu gay. Udio aba mu State House uyu gay. Ma jododo yeka. Not that I have anything against the against the gay people, LGBTQ. Me, I don't have anything against the LGBTQ. But come on, you should have courage to come out. You are LGBTQ. You are in State House. It's time to come out and show people that, you know, here I am a presidential aide. I am an LGBTQ. Well, how are you going to defend the rights of your fellow LGBTQ? Initially LGBTQ, but at least I stand up. No, by wabamu State House. Wabamu State House. We can Hakainde Hichilema and na influence wali kwati. Hello, you are LGBTQ, but still let Tina ukuchita come out. Panto apaso neshina kutina kulumbula nomba nalakushamu but wali ishu wafe wevene. Come on, take advantage of being in State House, not to kula chave fya kulondoloka not to kula chave fya kulondoloka. So you are very wrong. This trajectory you are taking, you are burying yourself. I think there is a fena ingira mufye. Na mimona timwe ni mwewa shetani nomba na mifulunganya kwa tinifira mchiwemba tuwe ati muta wachipuba usabo elio lipenene efo mulimwe na mupena and you are going in the wrong direction. Zambians, I want you to know, Hakainde Hichilema wants to arrest the Edgar Chagwa. Why he wants to arrest Edgar Chagwa? Not because Edgar Chagwa has done anything wrong. Because ale tino kwa watu yumuntu ala wera. Elo nga wera akesa nchita kantu, akesa ndibula. So actually tina is scared. But mdala, you are gone. Hakainde Hichilema, you are gone. Na mwabe na pressing, mwabe leva tiyo, shan, Hakainde Hichilema. Ala mwe pelefeta. Ero muliwa nono. I am actually happy. I am seeing the reaction. I have been monitoring some of the reactions on different platforms. Zambians, you are reacting. Na mumona, you have been reacting. Na mumona from wabachimfia already. Lelofi, just today, if you go on various platforms, I have seen citizens responding. And the praise singer, amakabale yale pwa. Muleva to send imbindi. Continue responding to them. Wa no. Bela mitinya, don't be scared that inga wasuka. Bala kutuka. No, there are very few. And today na mwa to send imbindi pa social media. Efonjika di de panon ndole shafe social media. Enchito yandi nangola ta mule mfoleshako mwalale kantampo kuchula mukaleke bakansanganishe mule mfoleshako mwampelako mule fa ntampo kulale nsala. But I'm looking at social media and I'm seeing the way it has been today. Awa dirota wapitene wa pressing apitiro kuba mutoba. That is very good. So keep responding. Don't just respond on my page. Respond on all other opposition leaders. Because whether we like it or not, we are going to unite as opposition. We have to unite. Takuli wakupulamo ngomuno wapakati. Let us all agree. Let us all come together. Not if yakula itutumuna. Not if yakula ipanga. Pakula egoistic. Tetimu wine tapali wina my elections. Takuli. So let us not even split votes. Takuli. Let us all come together. Let us put one person. Let us put Edgar Lungu there, and all of us, we come together. Government ikulu. All of us will have positions where we will work. All of us will have positions. So mwitina yo kwa no abantu bandi bakakwisa government ikulu. Just for the 5 years we will work together. We sort out the constitution. Then in 2031 we can now open the floodgates. Open the plural politics floodgates in Zambia, where we are going to compete on a level playing field, not if Tulimu State House is taking advantage. So I am saying, don't worry to say nine wo socialist, nine citizen first, nine economic and equity party, and you start segregating amongst yourselves. No, don't. We are now one Zambia. We have got a national agenda. This national agenda is to remove Hakainde Hichilema out of State House. We need to remove him. Tapari echwala tuchitira Hakainde Hichilema. There is nothing. But no, give him time. Takuli. And look, instead of concentrating on critical issues, uyambo kula posa mano kuli Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu nomba economy. Economy revive. Ngabaikata Edgar Lungu. Bushobunga ukabwela. Ngabaikata Edgar Lungu. Bushefyo ikabwela. Ngabaikata Edgar Lungu. Bushawa chaka kwa tenchito. Ngabaikata Edgar Lungu. Bushe. Those people that they have been bragging about to say we have employed people. Will they be on payroll? They won't be. Hakainde Hichilema wants to present an environment. He's looking for an scapegoat to say no, because of Edgar Lungu, he stole money, and that's why the farmers could not get money. That's why children are sitting on the floor. That is why people are not getting raises. That is why the economy is so bad. It is not Edgar Lungu, nothing. Nangu walipu bashani. Nangu niyo bali kupanga zombi. Fidano anikane siya wana landile. Bali kupanga zombi. Ni wachi zombi. Nangu bali kupanga chi zombi. Ufire wa tontonka, ufire wa ishmoko bati. Arresting Edgar Lungu will not change anything. And I can tell you, vananikane nimbona vantuanikane vamdala vamsamba. You want to make a name for nothing. You want to make a name where really, I mean, you might just be putting yourself in problems. Vamdala vamsamba. Muliwakalamba imwe. Muliwakalamba, and I mean, you don't want to start suffering in your late age. Va politician te wako angalira ko iyo. Te wako angalira ko. Stop this. I know you can't believe it that you have been made Inspector General. You can't believe it. But don't be too excited. You are being overzealous. You can't arrest Edgar Lungu. Tamkwe tama cells. You don't have cells that can contain that man. You don't have security that can manage to contain what will come out of Edgar Lungu. You don't have. Tapali tamukwete. Na oba Edgar Lungu na oba bano mwenso. Mwamba no kula mbaka statement. No, respect office of the former president Mdala Edgar Lungu. Let me tell you this. Forget if you are former a head of state. Forget it. Don't expect that HH na baba mkukulu bakwe that they will make things easy for you. You are the next president. You are going back. And they are not going to make it easy for you. They will not. You think they will give you a call out? Just prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself. Don't start talking about if you are a former head of state. Nothing. You are the person that is poised to be the next leader. And this is not going to come cheap. This is not going to come. Hakainde Hichilema will not going to make you, will not make it easy for you. So don't start giving that attitude of fear. You send a call out for me. Tell them, come for me, come. Tell them, come anytime, come 03, come 02. Tell them. Not if you are a parent former takuli, if you are former apamdala, you are the man that we want to go and sit there. So if you are going to assume the statesman, tafia wombe, what you have to do is to face Hakainde Hichilema right in his face and dare him, come for me. Why do you want him to give you a call out? Let him come, Allah. Let him come. Let him go and pick you. That's why I didn't talk about it the other day. The other day people were sending me, Shan, balamukate Edgar Lungu. I said, yeah, let them go and arrest him. Even tonight, wakapokola, bamusamba, kamuikateni Edgar Lungu, kamusendeni. Not if you call out, kamusendeni. He's a politician. Ineta muntu minama call out. Ma politics mule chitapa. So kamusendeni, go and pick him now. Go and pick him. Ngamulefu amuye pa 03 mumusende. Hema politics kairi. Kamusendeni. Kamusendeni. Forget if you call out. Awe. Akesa na chinkupiti wabantu nga mampela call out. Akesa na chinkupiti wabantu. Everybody dinner, and you know that by Edgar Lungu. You know. They give you a call out. They'll give you time to organize yourself, to go with a crowd. They don't want that. They don't want that. They want to pick you when everybody is sleeping. But now here is a challenge for you and the Uka and everybody. You need to be ready at any time. You need to be ready at any time. You people who are supporting Edgar Chagwa Lungu, you need to be ready all the time. Mufile mule lala munsapato. Mule lala munsapato. Nga mwaumfu afya tipie. Mwaima. Noti fya kutashanchani. Mwaima. Mweba kuita mabasi. Shani. Be ready. Organize people where you are. Ukupoke chalo. Everyone has to participate. We need to participate to get the country from Hakainde Hichilema. So, take it upon yourselves. Councillors. Councillors. People in the structures. Organize people. Councillors, MPs, organize yourself. Be ready throughout the country. Iyo mwangwafati pie Edgar Lungu na wasenda. Muka ipose na mabases muka tampokula isa. Muka ipose na mabases muka tampokula isa. Ama basi na mukonka na 10. Ama bases. Waka pokola waisa waiminika mwafuma. Mwaituse mbindi. Mpaka mwaisa afika kulusaka. Efo chifiro kuwa. Notifa kwa timtambo kula lori ama call out. Tamuaka yamo na ma call out. Tamuaka yamo ne. Apana afika kana. Mulete Hakainde Hichilema karega kofi. Hakainde Hichilema will not just let go of power. So be ready. Start organizing in small batches throughout the country. Not even southern provinces with Hakainde Hichilema. Even southern province, there are people that are not happy with him. So even in southern province, organize yourself. Let us get the country. Let us tend to tamfie Hakainde Hichilema out. Hakainde Hichilema has to go. And the tend to wike poiwi ne Edgar Lungu for now. Let's put Edgar Lungu. Mwebati yo, Edgar Lungu alechitef. Tend to move wike po, lekena tupokeleko, nga tupokela, tuchite sort out constitution, elo nomba tukesa ingira mobonse. So, patu watu ikwata no, ni party. Ndi mutonga, ndi mulozi, nothing. Hakainde Hichilema. Amachusha letere, the problems that he has not just brought problems for the Bembas. He has not just brought problems for the Easterners. He has brought problems for everyone. Even you, the Tongas, even you, the Lozis, Alimwe, Kaofela, you are in trouble. So we need to remove this guy. Even if Edgar Lungu was bad, at least he was better than this Hakainde Hichilema. So we have no alternative but to get rid of this man. We have to chase him. We put him there. Don't allow him, don't entertain his Mickey Mouse politics. His, fake lies to say Edgar Lungu is a criminal. Edgar Lungu is a criminal. Hey, they paid 30 million. Where is the 30 million? Because Hichilema, they want to implicate Edgar Lungu. They want to implicate Edgar Lungu, Pari FTJ. Now, I want you to follow me very, very well as I explain about the payments that were made on FTJ and the payments that were made on the dual carriageway and what is currently going on. These are the three segments. I want you to hear how the payments were done for the two, projects. And I want you to pay attention to what is currently going on. Because there is grand corruption. There is grand corruption. These people are sharing our country. We will remain with nothing. We will remain with a share of a country. We will be saying we are Zambians, but we have nothing. We will own nothing in Zambia. We will own nothing. The only thing that we will have, marriage, chapwa. Walikwata rage, I'm a Zambian. But everything else belongs to Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema wants to make sure that, they get the economy of the country. Such that Nanguvalia, Bambivale Teka, they will have nothing. They will have nothing. Hakainde Hichilema and his friends, they would have gotten everything. That is what is happening with the dual carriageway. 25 years, a list that they have given, agreement they have signed, 25 years they will be getting money, 25 years they will be getting money on that dual carriageway. Just like they have gotten Mupane. They have gotten Mupane for free. They have gotten KCM for free. They are doing the same thing on dual carriageway. But in the meantime, they want to distract you by arresting Edgar Lungu and saying, no, I'll give you the 30 million quarter. $30 million. Meanwhile, they will be making billions of dollars. And they would have signed this. They have signed that. They have signed those agreements. 25 years. Bakula liafi. Imu mwakula chulafie. Mwakula chulafie. Bena bakula lia. Bakafuma mupawa bakula lia. Imu mwakula chulafie. And this we should not accept, Zambians. We should not. We should not accept this, Zambians. Unless you are a zombie. Unless you are a zombie. Unless bali kushindaula. Unless bali kufulamina. Then I will excuse you. Pantunga bali kufulamina tebu afya bove. Tebu afya bove. It is because walikwata you have got a weak spirit. You are not strong in the spirit. So your spirit has been overtaken. That's why you can't think. But look, when we talk about the FTJ University, yes, money was paid. Money was paid. Money was paid. But this money was not stolen. This money was not stolen. The company that was paid is there. The company that was paid is there. It is there. And what was the project? The project was what we call design, finance, and build. That was the project. Remember, Michael Chilufya started these projects of building universities, building schools and building universities. Michael Chilufya started this. He's the one that started this. And a Chinese company was identified and awarded the contract. This Chinese company in the FTJ, university, unfortunately, I can't get the name rightly because some man that I was asking to give me you know, to give me the correct name of this Chinese company has not responded. I'm very upset with you, Amdarain. I'm very upset. I don't know why you don't want to you know, to give me you know, right information, and yet you have it. Fish muletina puma bukuwa muleke imwe bene bakuwe imwe ngati wapoke chalo ero mukale wera kirikiti kufa ama position mukale isa nefisungu but we are looking for information. We are trying to help the country. Imwe mulefisa information na mwisho mwe ndera ndapo. I'm very upset actually. Shatana pretend even one day ilo nkawera mchalo ilo nkamimona nkamieverapo ile nshifwa efe nshifwa abukuwa bulo kulondoloka. Anyway, this Chinese company was awarded, and the contract was very straightforward. They were supposed to come with money. Okay, they were supposed to design, meaning after designing, that is how they will know how much. So design is what starts first, because you cannot be talking about the cost of a university or whatever project without a design. There must be a design first. Once you come up with a design, that's when you know how much it is going to cost you. So design comes first. Just like if you ngamulekule nganda wapoka ploti, wapoka ploti ulefo kule nganda. You can't estimate to say inganda yandi I'll spend 200,000. No, you can't. Takwete design, takwete mapepa alionze. Wala ishwashani, how? Wala ishwashani nga ni upstairs wala kula, wala ishwashani nga ni kind of which material you are going to need. You won't. So you only know the total of your project after the design. Oh, thank you very much. China Energy Engineering grouping hands exactly. Na totela sana. Thank you very much. Somebody has given me this is the company. Yes, China Energy Engineering Group, human whatever, Kachinga Human Electric Power. Thank you very much. I knew it was a long like this, long name. But anyway, I'll say China Energy for now. I will say, so the contract was awarded to China Energy. The contract was awarded to China Energy. And China Energy, they were supposed to do the design and then look for the money, because after the design, that's when you know how much you're going to spend. Ngole kulenganda ngafafine ndandide. Didole kulenganda. Tetuishibe how much you're going to spend on your house before you make the designs. So you must have the designs. And the designs, aba ishiba, aba abamu engineering, aba kulapo, they will tell you that design doesn't cost cheap. It's not cheap. It involves a lot of things. It involves looking at the terrain where you are building. So it involves a lot of money. And mostly this part of design, the money, even if we are saying this money is going to come from some institutions or whatever it is, mostly this money comes from the owners. At this point, mostly this money comes from the owners. So this China Energy, I'm just making a short whatever name out of that. So this company was given this, and they went to work. They did the design. When they finished with the design, they came up, of course, with a figure. And they went to Exim Bank of China. They went to Exim Bank of China to ask for money to build this university. This university was going to pay back itself because they were going to raise money out of the student fees. Whatever money that they will be making. It was going to be run. Of course, it was going to be under the Ministry of Higher Education, but they were going to make money out of it, just like what is happening at Mulungushi University. So, after they negotiated with Exim Bank agreed, we will give you the money to build the university. But in these agreements, there is what is called counterpart funding. There is what is called counterpart funding, which is mostly 15% of the total value. So yes, they are building a school for you, but you need to put in 15% as part of you, and mostly this money is what goes to the design, is what goes to the insurance, is what goes to other preliminary consultancies. So this is the 30 million which was paid. It was not paid to Edgar Lungu. It was not paid to Edgar Lungu. It was not paid to whoever. It was paid to the company as counterpart funding. Counterpart funding. Hakainde Hichilema. Stop imingalato. Tapali mingalato. Tafya bombe mdala. Tafya bombe. Apa. Tafya bombe. Because this money was not paid to Edgar Lungu. And Edgar Lungu is not anywhere in this contract. He's not anywhere. He is not anywhere. Not anywhere. Procedures were followed. And money was paid as counterpart funding. Counterpart funding. And it was paid to this company. And you know, as we are talking about this, some people have been arrested. Some people were arrested and they have been appearing in court. And this case has been dragging from the time that Hakainde Hichilema came into power. This court case has been dragging. This is one of the cases where Vamdala Fred Sonyamba has been arrested together with other government officials. But what is interesting is that Fred Sonyamba, he only pays according to the documents that is given. But Fred Sonyamba is not involved in the tendering and whatever. He's not involved. He's just a paymaster. Then documents. Oh, this company. Okay, is everything there? Yeah. Okay, fine. You pay. So why was Fred Sonyamba arrested? Why was Fred Sonyamba arrested? And okay, fine, you can say no. Fred Sonyamba got a cut. Fred Sonyamba together with his co-accused. Maybe you can accuse them that they got a cut. But if they got a cut, why haven't you arrested the company that was paid? Because if they were getting a cut, it means that corruption happened between the people that did the tendering, or among the people that were tendering, the people that paid, and the company that received the money. Why haven't you arrested the people that were paid? Because this company that we are talking about, this Chinese company that we are talking about, that received the money in their bank account, it is still there in Zambia. It is still existing. It is still existing. And the directors are there. So, Hakainde Hichilema wants to pretend, he wants to play, smart. I want to know who was paid, why was paid. It is information that is so basic. I'm not a president. I'm not even in government. I've got this information. And you as a president, how can you today, 3 years down after being in State House, you don't know who was paid? You don't know how he was paid. How? You are incompetent. You are a moribund president. You are a useless president. At your need defamation. Surely you are a useless president. If you don't have such information, you don't know who was paid $30 million, and yet you stopped the project. Then when Hakainde Hichilema came in, not if you infumushesu kulubemba ati nshishimendala moko shaide shana is the one. Hakainde Hichilema is the one that stopped that project. Those people were on site. Those people had started work. By the time they were stopped working, they had done a work up to the tune of about $10 million. Right now, as we are talking, that company will claim $10 million. $10 million, apart from the $30 million that he's talking about. This $30 million that Hakainde Hichilema is talking about, it was already used in designing. And if you have done big projects, you would agree with me that it costs money to do the designs. It costs money. It costs money. Those engineers, they are not cheap. Those diagrams that you see, nga wayamku mwanapa building, mwasanga diagram bali chilemba. Kuri ba civil engineer, bali chilemba. They don't cost cheap. They are very expensive. And that money has already been paid. And they did some work there amounting to 10 million, which this company is claiming from government today as we are talking. So whilst Hakainde Hichilema is trying to woodwink us, as saying, where is the money, where is the money? The company already is claiming $10 million. Because government came and stopped the project. They signed an agreement. But because Hakainde Hichilema no ututu wabo, thinking that he's so powerful, he just came and cancelled that project. When you are complaining, it's Hakainde Hichilema who has stole that university. It is Hakainde Hichilema. The agreement was already there. The money was supposed to come from Exim Bank. Hakainde Hichilema alisa nyantapo. Elawe pesha Edgar Lungu, elawe pesha PF, ni Hakainde Hichilema, ewa nyantapali ya FTJ University. Indalama, but government did its part. They gave the 30 million, which is the counterpart funding, which covered for the design and the other expenses. So government did its part, and these people started working, and they were going to be paid by Exim Bank. But Hakainde Hichilema comes in and stops everything. So now they have abrogated the contract, and Exim Bank cannot pay the 10 million. So this $10 million has to come from government. Hakainde Hichilema, instead of making us better, he has put us in more problems, because we are going to pay this. We are going to pay this money when it would have been paid by Exim Bank, and the university would have been completed, and it would have been paid by, the business from there. But because of the big-headedness, because of the selfishness of Hakainde Hichilema, because of the uselessness of Hakainde Hichilema, that project has stalled. And today he wants to say, I want to arrest the Edgar Lungu Alivempia. Tapari oko fikate, tifiwombe. The company that they was paid, directors. Why haven't they arrested the directors? Because if they stole, they should have arrested the directors. Why haven't they arrested the directors? If they fraudulently paid this company, why haven't they arrested the directors? Why have you arrested Fredson Yambanaba Nankwe? Leaving out the company. Why? Why? And today, Hakainde Hichilema wants to tell you that Edgar Lungu is told that. Do you think it will stand? It will be just a sheer waste of time trying to survive, because Amona Tibalemu Wela, Amona Tapali Chakwe. Now he wants to mess up Edgar Lungu. He wants to mess up Edgar Lungu. Too late. You should have done this. Kuma first maybe you would have gotten support. Not yapa. After wafirwa. Elo wiso eva tiyo Edgar Lungu. So that is this FTJ university. I made some notes. Yes. And everything was done properly. The people are there. And when I'm talking about this design, and some of you might be wondering, what? There's too much money. When there is a project, there is a consultant who is engaged. And the consultant for this project was Dr. Nyambe from University of Zambia. And this Dr. Nyambe, who was the consultant, is there. You journalists, go to Dr. Nyambe from University. I don't know if he's still at University of Zambia. Go and check him there. Go and look for this Dr. Nyambe. He was the consultant. Go and ask him, was the 30 million stolen? Did it go to Edgar Lungu? Where did it go? He will tell you with evidence. He will tell you with evidence. So, Velami Vepa, Hakainde Hichilema should not use Edgar Lungu as an expiation for his sins. He shouldn't use Edgar Lungu as an expiation for his failures, for his political failure. He shouldn't, for his political impotence. He shouldn't use Edgar Lungu as his Viagra, political Viagra, to resuscitate himself. He's gone. He's gone. Edgar Lungu is not a political Viagra to resuscitate him, to rejuvenate him. Nothing. He's gone, he's gone. This thing is down. It's down, it's down, it's down. You are going, Baba. You are going. You are going. Ero mulea. Nangu mwimbe shani wa praise singer. Hakainde Hichilema alea. Tapari chakwe. Not even those cadres at ECZ will save him. They will not save him. If those cadres are going to play around, ECZ, if they are going to play around, they will just be touching fire. They will be burnt with fire. Because this time around, we will not allow the nonsense of 1 million difference. Hakainde Hichilema kuyabebere. He must go. That is about FTJ University. I'll open phone lines. When I open phone lines, if you have got questions, you ask me. Let me go to Dio Carriageway. Dio Carriageway, it's the same. It's the same same way. It was also designed, financed, and built. Money was supposed to come from outside. Money was supposed to come from outside. And China Jiangxi, this China Jiangxi is there. China Jiangxi is there. This is the company that was given the project. China Jiangxi. It's there. Again, they did the design. They did the design and the money was supposed to come. Loaned money. It was supposed to come. It had not come. It was supposed to come. As usual, government made its commitment. They made their commitment. They paid their counterpart funding. And the design were done. The design were done. Mungu mfuikishe. The design were done. The design have not been done now. They have not been done now. They have taken over the project and they are doing the project, but the designs that they are using are the designs which were paid for. The designs which were done by China Jiangxi, which were paid for. They have not used, they have not done the design. They have made some modifications here and there, but really the designs that they are using, they came from China Jiangxi, which was done, I think, in 2015. In 2015. So that money was counterpart funding. It was paid. It was not, it didn't go to Edgar Lungu. It didn't go to Edgar Lungu. It went to this China Jiangxi, and China Jiangxi is there. Why haven't you arrested China Jiangxi? Why don't you go and arrest that China Jiangxi? Why not go and arrest them? If money was stolen, why not go and arrest them? Why not go and arrest them? Now, they have given this project, to this company, to this consortium. At consortium, it is being called a consortium at Macro Ocean Consortium. Mungu mfuikishe wino sana. Mungu mfuikishe wino sana mwevena Zambi. So, China Jiangxi is the company that was given by PF. Okay? And the money that they paid was counterpart funding. China Jiangxi is there. If they want the money, if there is criminality, why not go and arrest the China Jiangxi? They are there. They are there. And then, Now, these people now, listen, number, kubukuruk, listen to the criminality of this government, the criminality, the defrauding of our country, stripping our country of its assets, which Hakainde Hichilema is covering, because Hakainde Hichilema is involved in this. Hakainde Hichilema is involved in this, Hakainde Hichilema. This Macro Ocean Consortium, who are they? Macro Consortium, who are they? Mweba Sambirila, you know how to check about companies. Go on PACRA website. Go on PACRA website, even as I'm talking. PACRA website works 24/7. So na papenendera and the PACRA platform is open. You can simply log in, PACRA, katwishinganishan dot whatever, you find it. When you log in, type in, go to, checking about, get a printout to get the details about companies. Check the details for Macro Ocean Consortium. Tell me if they will come. And if they come, tell me who are the directors of this Macro Ocean Consortium. Tell me if you are going to find the shareholders. Tell me if you are going to find them. They are not there. They are not there. This company is shrouded in secrecy. This company is shrouded in secrecy. Even the contract that they have signed is shrouded in secrecy. A company that is going to run your toll gates for 25 years. 25 years. Come 1st June, this Macro Ocean Consortium is taking over all the toll gates on the Ndola Lusaka Dual Carriageway. All the toll gates. And we have 7 toll gates on that route. So this China Ocean Consortium, they are going to take over all the toll gates and they are going to increase the fees. You will see. They are going to increase, even the fees, they are going to increase. And they will be running these toll gates. They will be running these toll gates for 25 years. For 25 years. Now, look at this. A company that is going to be running your big asset, because Umusevo, it is an asset. Umusevo, it is an asset. It is a Zambian asset. We make money out of roads. Companies make money out of roads. So these huge assets, which makes millions of dollars. I am a toll gate side. 7 of them on that route, we get about $40 million. We get about $40 million. On that route, every month, we get about $40 million on that route. About $40 million. Mungu fuikishe. We make about $40 million on that Ndola Dual Carriageway. We make about $40 million per month. And these $40 million and more, because they're going to increase, a company whose directorship we don't know is going to be collecting money for 25 years. For 25 years. A contract which is going to bind Zambians for 25 years is held under lock and key in the office of the chief executive. The only people who have access to that contract is Hakainde Hichilema, Vamusokotwane, and a few other people. They are the ones who have that contract. I am challenging you. I am challenging, because mwarifula if you have a fee, mwarifula ukuchita intimidate abantu, no kuchita implicate abantu. Nomba na muinyera, because ndikuno na muinyera ndikuno, you cannot touch me. Fino songa na chipapanga ndapamwandi. Maironga na ngana mtumakale bakapokola kamuikateni. Nomba, you will not touch me. Here you won't touch me. You won't touch me. I'm enjoying myself. touch me. You won't. Nangu mwinge sapa. Kuisa nunsha fienge mbwa mwanunsha. Nati bye wekirin. You can't touch me now. You can't. And I'm not being scandalous. I'm not being malicious. I am challenging you that if what I'm saying is not true, release the contract. Let Zambians see the contract that you have signed. Let Zambians see the contracts. Tell us who are the shareholders of this macro consortium, if it is not Hakainde Hichilema and his friends. Tell us who are the directors in this macro ocean consortium, if it is not Hakainde Hichilema and his friends. Tell us. Vamsokotwane, I'm challenging you. I am challenging you, Vamsokotwane. Yeah? I'm challenging you. Now I've got time. I am asking you, Hakainde Hichilema, who are these macro ocean consortium? Who are they? If it is not you and your friends, I'm challenging you. Release that contract which is going to bind the Zambians for 25 years. It is going to bind the Zambians for 25 years. Bring out that contract. Let us see it. Let us see it. And I'm telling you, Zambians, this is corruption. This is a big scandal. Why is it a big scandal? It is a big scandal because this macro ocean consortium, which is purporting to have been given the contract, is not even a construction company. We don't have a history of them doing roads. We don't know who they are. We don't know what work they have done. And you know what they have done? They have instead hired, another company to do the work. It is not them that are doing the work. They have hired this company, China Rail 7th Group, now Avic International. You see, the people that will be running this, the people that they have given this, they are not the ones that are building the roads. They have hired a China Rail 7th Group, now Avic, to build the road. Because these are the contractors. These are the contractors. So, the ones who are going to be collecting money, they are not contractors. Instead, they have subcontracted a China Rail 7th Group and Avic International to do the road. They are the ones who are going to do the road. What about the money? What about the money? Where is the money going to come from? They are saying this is a PPP, public-private partnership. If it is a public-private partnership, where is the money coming from? Na tusanswa ichalo chesu chirimu wafya chirimu libaka walala bene baka walala elo tulimuchive elo tukachula elo tuchiriture chula ala mwandi ni kuti pokwata Hakainde Hichilema as president ala tualiti po. It's a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake, because it is a public-private partnership, which means money must come from the private sector. Our macro ocean consortium, they must bring in money. But what has happened? Hakainde Hichilema has authorized the board of NAPSA and Workmen's Compensation to fund this road. And these institutions, it's a no-brainer. They are our companies. They are Zambian assets as well. So we are going to finance this project. We are going to finance this project. And at the end of the day, after tuwa kulila, so tukawa kulila, after tuwa kulila, baka tampeno kula pokempia. What has macro ocean consortium brought? Because the project is being funded. It's being funded by us. is being funded by NAPSA and Workmen's Compensation, our money. That is what is going to build that road. So tell me, nangu alishinda ulwa, nangu alifulaminwa, nangu niwe zombi. Tell me, where is the public-private partnership here? Where is it? What is the role of this macro consortium whose directors we don't even know? Whose history we don't even know? What is it? What are they doing? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they? Apart from one Italian mafia, is the one that is known. Is the one that is prominent, this Italian mafia. That's all. That's all. We only know one Italian mafia is the one that is like busy, you know, organizing everything. Is the crook that is everywhere. So women in Zambia, please na papata. I mean, we can be foolish, but I mean, not to this level. To accept this man as a president who is serving the country with this criminality, because this is criminal, Mwebandu. It's criminal. He has no audacity to stand up and start accusing others to say, bali even empia, bali even empia. I mean, uyuma mbala, like Sean Tembo says, he's enriching himself with his friends. They will be getting money for 25 years. And the money that they are going to be getting, it's not small money, Mwebandu. It's not small money. We are not talking about a petty cash here. We are talking about big money. Big money. When you are PF Bale for Kukula Uliomusebo. When you are PF Bale for Kukula Uliomusebo. When PF wanted to build that road, they made an estimation, okay, of how much money they will be able to get. And PF, they were going to build that road at 1.2 billion. They were going to build that road at 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion. Don't be cheated with what they say to say, hey, they inflated the road, whatever. They were fixtures that were going to be done. There were going to be infrastructure that was going to be built along the road. As you know, that road, Mula Pitama Traxi, you know, Mula Pitama Traxi, there is a lot of traffic. So with that traffic, they came up with an idea. You know, as you are going through that road, you will see where Amatraxi are parking. You know, for example, just the, what is this? Just think of Mamulusaka. What is this place? Chisamba. Around Chisamba there, you will see that more spaces where trucks park. And they pay for trucks to park there. You will see there are nightclubs, you know, there are shopping malls, there are shops around. So, to make more money apart from the roads, the PF decided that they were going to make those parking spaces where trucks can go and lay and pay, you know, to make money. And they also planned to make hotels where these truck drivers can go and sleep to make money. So the 1.2 billion was going to include these other infrastructure, such as shops, such as hotels, such as lay-by for the trucks. That is what made it to be 1.2 billion. By UPND, they are building it at 700, almost 700. If you round up the figure, they are building it at almost 700. And I know some fool will come up and say, no, you see the difference. PF wanted to build at 1.2. But if we are building at 700, the difference is that these wanted to include these other amenities on the road, which would have helped, you know, in getting the money. Anyway, so 1.2 billion, which PF wanted to use, what they were going to pay, the interest was going to amount to 500 million. Meaning they were going to pay 1.8. They were going to build everything at 1.2 billion. And then so they were going to build the road at 1.2 billion. After building the road at 1.2 billion, they were going to pay back 1.8 billion. That's what they were going to pay back. And what was the time that they were going to recover this money? The time that they were going to recover this money, it was 15 years. So for them, they had put 15 years. By UPND, it is 25 years. And look at the figures. By UPND, they are building it. The loan, okay, if to say the loan, which is not really supposed to be a loan because it's our money. Anyway, for argument's sake, it is 700 million. 700 million. By PF, it was 1.2 billion. Their commitment was 15 years. By UPND, 25 years. You see the difference? 10 years difference. 10 years difference. Another difference is that for our PF, the money, the infrastructure was going to be run by the government. Eh? Mumo neba kabwala nivesa. Ava bapele I macro ocean, a private company, to be running it and to be collecting money. On this side, by PF, it was government which was going to be collecting the money. Ba kabwala nivesa pa. Nivesa ba kabwala PF. It was government which was going to collect the money for 15 years. How much money are they going to pay? 1.8, meaning 1.2 for building, 500 for the interest. Ababa kabwala la bambiuku 725 years. Now let me give you so that mukwate kofe idea. Mukwate kofe idea. According to the estimations that they made at that time. According to the estimation that was done at that time, and the person that did this is still alive. The person that did these my estimations is still alive, Dixon Njovu. He is still there. Look for Dixon Njovu and ask him if what I'm saying is not true. Ask him. Dixon Njovu made a projection. Dixon Njovu made a projection with the traffic that was passing on that road. They made a projection that in 15 years, in 15 years, they were going to make money to the tune of 2.5 billion. In 15 years, their projection was that with the current traffic, they were going to make 2.5 billion. $2.5 billion actually. That is the money that they were going to make. 2.5 billion in 15 years. And they, out of the 2.5 billion, they were going to pay 1.8 billion Exim Bank. Exim Bank. Not NAPSA, not Wakeman's compensation. Exim Bank. They were going to pay Exim Bank 1.8. After making 2.5 billion, 2.5 billion dollars in 15 years. So if in 15 years, Dixon Njovu is saying that we are going to make 2.5 billion, can you imagine how much these Kawalalas are going to make in 25 years? In 15 years, they are going to pay they were going to make 2.5 billion in 15 years. After building the traffic for 700,000 and 25 years, how much money are they going to make? How much money are they going to make? And how much are they paying in interest? How much? But PF, they were going to pay 500. Meaning they are going to pay 1.8. And they were going to make 2.5 billion in 15 years. How much will these criminals make in 25 years? And if you calculate 2.5 billion, that's what they are going to make in 15 years. and pay the loan at 1.8 billion. And they also considered that, you know, the other money will go into some road maintenance. And what they projected for that road maintenance, they projected, how much was that? They projected, about 300 million. 300 million was going to go into maintenance. Ngamwachitati 2.5 vapanga, that is the income, gross income. Then vafunyamo 1.8 valipire nkongole. What do we remain with? 1.7 actually, because the road was going to cost 1.2 billion, interest 500 million, which comes to 1.7. So 1.7, let's tufunyamuli 2.5. Tureshara na 800. 800, then tuafunyamo 300 for maintenance. The Zambian government, the Zambian people would have remained with something like 500 million. Zambian people would have remained, after paying in Congole, they would have even remained with about 500 million. And because it is government that is collecting the money, this money would have gone to government. This money would have gone to the treasury. Hakainde Hichilema na abantu bakwe. How much money do you think they are going to remain with him? And on top of that, they are not paying any single ngwe. We are the ones building the road. Surely mwebena Zambia. Do you really think you have a government? Do you really think you have a president who cares for this country? We have got a history for this man. We have got a history for Hakainde Hichilema. This is what he did the first time that he was contracted by MMD. Vanawaku is there, Ngabufinde Vepa. Vanawaku, she's there. Navanawo. Let Vanawaku say it if I'm lying. They gave this man a contract. Just like you Zambians, you have given this man a contract to run a country. And look what is happening. Look what is happening. This is privatization reloaded. Ilionalela ndatu yumuntu akesa shtishe chalo. He will come and privatize our country. Mwale mwanakwati kumupata fie. Hao tayari walimpata Hakainde Hichilema. Tayari you are tribalist. Kwate mutonga eka. It's not the only Tonga. There are so many Tongas who are good. So many Tongas who are good. But this one is a wrong one. This one is a wrong one. This one is ripping our country. And this is the information that I'm giving you. If I were in the country tomorrow, they would have been arresting me. But what you do when somebody presents things like this, you come up with your own version. Let them come up with their own version on this one. Me, I've made this presentation to you. I want them to come up with their own version. If what I'm saying is not true, I want them to tell us, number one, who is this macro ocean consortium? If it is not Hakainde Hichilema and his friends, who are they? I want them to tell us what is their track record in construction for them to be given that road. I want them to disclose what is in that agreement. Let them disclose what is in that agreement. Let them disclose. I want them to tell us if it is not true that Dixon Njovu did this estimation that they were going to make $2.5 billion in 15 years. Let them deny there is no document like this one. Let them deny. Dixon Njovu is there. Let him deny if what I'm saying is not true. They were going to make $2.5 billion in 15 years. They were going to pay back the loan, 1.7 to a foreign bank. Not our money, not taxpayers' money, no. Not taxpayers' money, no. Let them tell us what this macro ocean has put in. Where is the money? How much have they put in? How much have they put in? What are they bringing? Why are they getting this contract for 25 years? Why? What is the justification? If not wupupu, if not criminality, what is the justification for giving this macro ocean consortium? What? I want to conclude by saying this is the criminality of Hakainde Hichilema and his friends. Zambia is on sale. This is just one project that I'm talking about. Mopane Valiva. They have stolen Mopane. Don't listen to whatever nonsense that Hakainde Hichilema is saying. KCM, they are sharing it. They are sharing it. They are cutting deals. That's why they gave it back to Vedanta, so that they can cut deals, so that they can share. They are sharing it. And yo, Hakainde Hichilema, he's sorting out the economy. He's fixing the economy. Hakainde Hichilema is ripping the country. Hakainde Hichilema is defrauding Zambians. Hakainde Hichilema doesn't care about Zambians. Muakula chula, ubunga bukala fe pamulu, fio ikala fe pamulu. Hakainde Hichilema is not your savior. Hakainde Hichilema is a savior of himself. And his history is there for all of us to see. How did Hakainde Hichilema become rich? He can't explain. And yet praise singers, you are busy. Hey, he's a rich man. He's a rich man. He's a rich man. How did he become rich? How did he acquire the companies that he runs in this country, in Zambia? How did he acquire them? How come he's nowhere, anywhere as a shareholder now? Hakainde Hichilema is ripping our country. He's enriching himself. That's why he doesn't care. Him is making his money. But now he wants to use Edgar Lungu. He wants to arrest Edgar Lungu. And using his compromised judiciary. But they won't succeed. They won't succeed. Because it's very difficult, this one. It's very difficult. Even if you bring those cadre judges, it's very difficult. And you have been talking about, no, hey, Nakachinda has been jailed, Nakachinda has been jailed. Hey, Nakachinda lied. Nakachinda didn't lie about anything. Nakachinda didn't lie about anything. And the evidence is what we have today. The evidence is what we have today. Where the president said, I want to know about this. FTJ University, Dio Carriageway. The next day, the DPP withdraws a case from court. Isn't that interference? Isn't that evidence that they are talking behind closed doors? Isn't that evidence? Isn't that evidence that Hakainde Hichilema is giving instructions to Gilbert PHIRI? Why has Gilbert PHIRI entered the Nole in the case of Yaba Fredson Yamba? Why? When Hakainde Hichilema, I was talking about it yesterday. Today, they enter into a Nole because they want to come up with a case so that they can include Edgar Lungu in it. That's what they want. And if they are giving instructions to Gilbert PHIRI like this, what about the judges? What about Mumba Malira, who set up an economic court, economic fast track court at the instructions of Hakainde Hichilema? Mumba Malira, where did you get this idea of this fast track court? Where did you get the idea? Isn't it Hakainde Hichilema who said it? Hakainde Hichilema is the one who said it. And you went and set up this fast track, which has no backing in the law. It doesn't have the backing in the law. It doesn't. Because our courts in our constitution are very clear. In our constitutions, our courts are very clear. It is you. And when this guy, Nakachinda, says that judges are being instructed by Hakainde Hichilema, you jail him. No, he has defamed the president. He has defamed the president. How? How did you remove Lilian Chiun? How did you remove Lilian Chiun? Vamalila, I want to challenge you. Vamalila, Vamumba Malila, I want to challenge you. Were you not called to State House where you had discussions relating to Lilian Chiun? When you wanted to remove Lilian Chiun, were you not called to State House and they had a discussion on Lilian's union when you wanted to remove Lilian's union? Isn't that getting instructions? Isn't that getting instructions? You are following our judges, our magistrates. You are following them. Even in my cases, I know you have been putting pressure on the magistrates. I know. And no, Tayali, come back and exonerate yourself. You are foolish. I'm not as foolish as you. I'm not as foolish as you. If I were in Zambia, you are going to arrest me. But really what I'm saying here is the truth. And if it is not true, release this information. Why were you coming to arrest me instead of challenging me with your visions? Here, I've laid things. Challenge me with your vision. But Singer, you are here. Start calling. Start calling and give me your visions. Start calling and give me your visions. I'm here. Start calling. Tampeni kutumama phone. Tampeni kutumama phone. Mumpera ma visions. Vision yandinami. I've given you the vision. My vision. Now I want to hear your visions. Hello?
Hello, Talia. If you understand, if you understand, state house, state 2620.
Sorry, my brother, I can see you are very emotional, but maybe you are putting your phone on loudspeaker. Hello? Please don't put your phone on loudspeaker.
State House, so by far by force. 2026 state through no kule kwa tarimpa, tume na fia kapi, wafume mkampamba.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Wafume mwa ni mfufu mwatina sonja, nibaka wala lava, retu vila maskupa mulufe sana, fitule chula vicha nyongo.
Nibaka wala, tapari fie swapa. Thank you.
Kuya baby, letufetu wa machinga fefo.
Rameli Matero Sugar.
Ndumeyandi, omba febwino.
Ndi febwino urishani nkashandi.
Ndi febwino, tramfafyo fo mulera ndaranda.
Waumfuikisha?
Mkwai mulera nda tuvile umfika. Manje na imwe Chilufya Tayali na imwe. Namona ububufi wenu mulele isapa mulesa nobufi. Uyu munene uyu ochuba mukakiri uri mujeri uyu ureja binzi uko mulandu wabufi.
Bufi nshabe pere nkashiyandi.
Namwishi wo bufi abepere aliranda tsyaka.
Umfa kaidi. Apaturelanda abantu abengi bale umfa. So if you turelanda inde sumina nga nabepo bufi ufile wala ndati apaba tayari mwabepa. So nende fwaya I want you to explain ubufi nakachinda abepere bufi nshi
imwe mulanda nimo ba politician muri ba president ba party kadushinga party nshi tumafiro kwishiba nkati nani kana kachinda uti abepe uti bamukake uti mwafiro kwisha bandi mwapa mulanda titi ngo ko mulandire ba Chilufya Tayali
umfana kashiyandi tuye tukonkane bwino sana baulanda fe bwino komati inende bepo bufi so ine nimbe bufi so lomba inende fwa unjebe ubufi mbepe that apa epo mwabepa njeba epo mbepele. And the question in kuipushira yako bati ubufi nakachinda abepele pantu inaninda nakachinda bamuka kire cha nyongolo nomba yole batawe alibepo bufi na imwe bene mulebepo bufi so njeba ifyo nakachinda abepele finshi nkashiyandi njeba
inoko ndemye bati ba Chilufya Tayali na mulebepa pyo ufinanga yo mashumulera ndati ba judge kwaba ya ku state house ba judge ko mwali bamuna na menso eno ati ba judge balengira ku state house ba mkuta na president but ebo
vamumba malira actually ine ndelumbula nation nchidera ndatife ati vajaji ndelumbula nation so vamumba malira
mwali vamuna vina menzeimwe
okay waipusha bwino ine ninda ndoko vati vamumba malira valire ku state house ukuya mukulanda pali ashiri akwalire ntiyuni ero nebyo ndandire pano nimba chita challenge vamumba malira ndefa vamumba malira nga bufi ndeva vepesha mailo vakasuko ko vati yo bufi tayali alevepa ero iwe techuwa kupere ushawala wakwatira umumba malira wala wakwatira ubumbo ni vamumba malira na uishiba neko valirero na uishiba tawishiba
ero imwe nomba kuti mwala
ina ningi
ndo mwalanda tilikie bwino mange mbo kuti mwala chita challenge mopandi umwali sisana
yawe nshafisa matatulelanda pa tatulelanda na vasuke apa tulelanda kuchalo
manje baba olo bambi enda ka Simon bana misanga kwisa bantu muli kubwendo
awe mwana
ai mon pato roita we mena mbatita taro to mwabutukira mwamona ngati muli baliga bajenwini mwanga muli kuno kwa imwe unachira pamona bana misapota manje bakwali baliga nga mtu kabana masapota byabasha mwaya sisanga kubwendo
ina na uishwa kamatero sugar na ndomfave bwino ngwatu mefifine ka voice ove kasuma kalomfika bwino sana echo nkwebera ati iwe ne ticket kuti nakushitira waisa kuno tukese ikala kofe twaisa ikala kofe na nguvenka weekend ukawekeremo pandika voice ove eko ngumfu afye bwino ero na alishiba wali paka maula ruisha konkanya ponka shiandi but ule asukana ma text message ndakutumina ma text message tauwe tukese ikala po tukese umfwana bwino ka voice ove kasuma sana na totera. Hello?
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling you direct from Kaputa.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you've explained very well, President Tayali. Looking at the way you've explained, I think you You know what, Mr. President? I was actually wondering how come the whole president to come and steal $30 billion? I was also wondering with the whole president, with all the gifts the president can honestly go and steal a $35 million from CARRIAGEWAY? These are some of the questions I was asking. Now you have explained very well, President.
Thank you very much.
Very well.
Thank you.
Continue speaking on the Zambians. I'm telling you, we are in crisis. We are in crisis. Keep it up, Mr. President. I don't. There is nothing that I can add.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Mr. Tayali, Rondolola. Kamufinga nuevo zombie.
Yes.
Petu umfwe. Nomba finga mtufye utontonga na kulobe kufiate kile. Awe, vile sewa isuka. 2026 kwa lepa.
Ala? Tuala luce fingi.
2026 kwa lepa. Raisa sanga jinini na ba.
Exactly. It's true. Tukatambo kulipira kupema mwela wako Alesa.
Ese arabo kuchitika.
Parambo kutushitisha oxygen. Hello? Hello?
Tayali mulike bwino.
Bwino FM kwa mulisha nani?
Badani okukabwate kuno.
Mko ya Daniel London.
But Tayali, you have created, you have said well. Often in Garanda Pachakwe, but African president, former African president, must rally AU. Uyubulemo wishire okobatu wakukanyama wakulakanyama former president ukuiminina. They must point out their concerns to AU. Because if you finish Mulandi that constitution, yes, there is something wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's why we are having our Musamba Ukulava partisan. In fact, what we must do as a country, Zambia, IG, that's why they have a Mutumba have a president. IG is supposed to be elected.
A profession.
Yes, a profession. Yaba what's the profession?
A professional wakobati. Independent. Not ale umfila president. Ule mtuma. Bamusamba bali kwa tinani kani. Bali kwa tini ba chola boy. Wako Hakainde Hichilema. Tabale itontonkanisha no kuitontonkanisha. Bali kwa tini ba zombie.
How mwandi mtafiri yabe because umfwe statement balandire bamusambati. Ba Edgar Lungu tukarasha provide security. But tukuli konso ku baleya bafere batweba. And
yet bali fumisha security.
Unless bali bafumisha security. Where on earth has it happened? Even in Angola ku South Africa. Mbeki yala yendera nabantu bakona security detail yawo. Alalanda mbeki ati government yapana mulambita. Mwani kwa pati mbeki bamwikata. David sticker. Zunoyo bana ambo kumukonga konga. Exactly same thing that Hakainde Hichilema is doing, because Hakainde na Ramaphosa ni watu wa mobedi. So uyobulema wakulakanya mafoma president tukwiminira tufetu alanda ku AU na nkusadiki abantu nga nawe kutemwa ufire wabwera chapwa
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Yeah, and I don't usually, being out here, I've learned my lesson not to touch on other jurisdictions politics. I've really learned that. Hello. Hello,
Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, man. You are 100% right. So those people, who in IG Kapokora, Lungu not supposed to accept those people security wabo kutuba batufaira ko president Edgar Lungu to have his own.
Hello, please avoid speaking on loudspeaker. Just talk normally, otherwise it is breaking. It's difficult to hear.
President Tayali.
Emkwai.
Abombeni mukwa.
Abu no bune femkwai nabonga balishana.
Wele sare tsunga mwe.
Na totela.
Awo amatimu atura abantu kwena.
Na yaufika ini.
Awo na shumfika nangu ni pressinga wenya wako mokutwe. Kanofenga wali mushindaula.
Kanofenga ni zombi. Ni ba zombi abantu.
Tayali. I think kwati ili ashitukesa fwayo tukesa mboku difwaira kuri wonsefie uwarengere kwa bati Zambia twambye okuchuro wakumine kofi moye mu cyo kushitisha amakampani tukesa mbiro kufwairishe mirando mpako kwisatukana kwa zino Zambia arashare chiboria
ala iya chale chiboria chishinga mwabomvira wedi isuma sana Zambia yashara ichiboria zona
Zambia yarashare chiboria moneni ubu chushitwaisa ingiramu vaistisha amakampani muye muti andenya abantu bamobene ebo twaishibako bamobamu vaisa ingira mu UPND se emwageni vambo kushitisha biashara ponishini finstwara shara na tena muzambi natasha president ari ngombe unoresha mpari
chisuma awe indeed yarashara ichiboria abantu aba you can imagine and look at the difference nangobalanda tiyo ba PF like I said Uliomusewo dio carriageway. They wanted to build it using money coming from China. Coming from China. And then when they're collecting money, they didn't say they are going to give, the road to a private company. They were going to be collecting the money. Within 15 years, they were going to collect 2.5. 2.5. Balipira Pwenkongole 1.7. 1.7. Babula 300. Babika road maintenance. 500 was going to be profit. No mbabaka bwalala. 25 years. They haven't even put in anything. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Mr. Tayali, I would like to you have given us a platform to talk.
Are you using a loud, is your phone on loud?
Hello?
Yes, that's much better. I know you want to talk, so let us hear you very clearly. Please go ahead.
Mr. Tayali, not long ago.
Yes.
You were talking of saying Edgar cannot match Hakainde political stance. Hakainde is so much bigger than Edgar. But today you have twisted your tongue again. You have twisted your tongue to say no. HH is what is poor than Edgar. Edgar is good person than what than HH. Does it mean that if you want to survive, you have to go that far in assassinating someone like that character?
Okay, my brother, just...
Mr. Tayali, what you are doing is a very serious offense by inciting the Zambians.
Wait, brother.
Inciting the Zambians to rise against the government.
Listen, my brother. You are right. You want to speak, so let us engage. You have asked me a question. That before I was saying Edgar Lungu, HH has got a stronger political stance and whatever. Today I've changed. And I agree with you, but I want to draw you to what I've spoken about today. Have you followed what I've spoken about today? Have you followed?
Loud and clear, comrade.
Very good. Now, if you have followed what I've spoken about, my brother, do you agree that this private company, which has not brought in money, is going to be collecting tolls for 25 years? For 25 years. Do you agree? Do you agree?
That is not the issue, Mr. Tayali.
Oh, no, that's
the...
No, yeah, okay, good. You know, I still maintain, when you look at the character of HH and the Edgar Lungu, HH has a strong character. HH has a strong character. Look at HH when he was in opposition. He was aggressive. Edgar Lungu is not aggressive. So I still maintain that the HH is more stronger than Edgar Lungu, because Edgar Lungu is not aggressive. He's not aggressive, and I wish he would be aggressive. But you see how God works. God works in mysterious ways. Edgar Lungu is not aggressive, but he has made HH to become, you know, this villain. To become this villain, to become this bad man who is mistreating this humble man. Such that
people trying to communicate with you.
Sorry? So no, I want you to understand. Exactly. I'm answering you. Don't worry about them. Let me respond to you. Hakainde Hichilema, you would agree with me that today, Hakainde Hichilema, this strong man, has become a villain. This strong man is taking advantage of our country. And today, we are better off with this humble man. With this man who has got, who doesn't have a strong character. We are better off because this one is giving his friends, our companies, he's giving his friends, our assets. Mopane, he has given his friends. KCM is giving his friends. The road we are talking about today is giving his friends. So I would rather have this humble man, this weak man, than this strong man who is stealing. That is my position today, and I've explained.
Thank you. Thank you. I got you loud and clear.
Thank you.
Over the issue of this contract. Over the issue of the contract, you are talking, maybe out of mere talking, you don't have any evidence.
No,
I know what evidence. Why did you run away? Why did you run away and then speak out of the country against the government like that?
No, my brother, listen.
So you don't have evidence. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. No. Me, I know what I'm talking about. No.
Away from that.
No. Just there. No. Just there. Me, I don't have evidence. If I don't have evidence, what evidence do you have yourself to counter my evidence? What evidence do you have?
You are talking about that contract on air like that. So for you to come out so positive, you need to have evidence.
Yes, I do.
You ran away.
I do.
You don't speak about that out of the country. It's really a coward at the end of the day.
Oh, because I ran away, I'm a coward. No, my brother, I'm not a coward.
You're supposed to produce evidence what you're talking about. How can they quote by your story, comrade? How can they quote by your story?
Haven't you heard my story? Have you heard my story? You have said you have heard it. Okay. Very good. Very good, my brother. Now listen. You have heard my story. What about you? What do you have to counter my story? Do you have anything to counter what I've said?
I'm only responding to what the claim which you brought up, comrade. I'm not talking about you, but the claim which you have brought up yourself using your own mouth.
Okay, my brother, thanks very much.
Evidence, do you have evidence what you're talking about?
Yes, I do. I do.
But if you were to be caught, they say, oh, come on, but you ran away, boss, come on, you ran out of the country, and you're speaking like that out of the country. Bring evidence for anyone to buy your story.
My brother, I like your energy. And I ask you to continue calling in this program so that we can be having this interaction. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bwana, let me allow others to call in. Let me allow others to call in. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, the network was very bad. I didn't hear what I wanted to say. Mr. Tayali, I wanted to find out one thing from you. Yeah, what I wanted to find out, how much is a toll gate per day per day? How much are they normally they get? How much are they get per day?
Listen, I don't have the.
If you calculate that one target.
Okay, let me explain to you. I'll respond to you. I've heard your question. He has asked a very good question to say how much do they get per day. I don't have the figures of how they get per day. But what I can tell you is that different targets collect different amounts. Different targets collect different amounts. And I have roughly, what they collect per month. What they collect per month, which made me add up to say, on a monthly basis, we are getting about $40 million on that road. For example, the highest target, which gives us so much money, it's FTJ. The highest where we get a lot of money is on FTJ target. And on FTJ target, no, the highest is actually Katuba. The highest is Katuba. Katuba, we get about 27 million kwacha. 27 million kwacha every month on Katuba, because there is a lot of traffic there. All the cars going this way, they pass through there. So the highest we are getting on Katuba is 27 million. Then on FTJ, we are getting about 22 million. Then we also have on Micro Chilufya, we are getting about 20 million. Okay, if you add on the 7 targets, roughly you are getting about over 100 million per month. Over 100 million per month kwacha. If you divide that by a dollar rate of 25, you are basically, that is how I arrived at this figure to say we are getting 4 million, not 40 million. We are getting about $4 million every month. So on that road, we are collecting about $4 million every month, $4 million every month. That is what we get. So if you imagine, if per month we are collecting that, in a year, how much are we collecting? Multiply that by 25. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money, way above what these guys are asking. No, not actually $4 million. $100 million, I think it is translates to what? Is it 40 million or whatever? But they're about that. Those are the figures. So I think I'll be putting the number, because I know some of you want to. Please allow others to call in. I mean, I don't know. Others have got so fast fingers. They call very easily, and yet others keep complaining to say, I'm failing to go through. I'm failing to go through. So if you have called in, allow others to call in as well. Allow others to call in. I don't like it when people call twice. Let other people call in as well. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Show some the show will.
We don't win a film quiet.
Yeah, I'm not the show we know if Fidel Fuika can fare in our dog with a very cosy everything going for. For some of us that are privileged to even see some construction works, we understand these things. You look at the scope here, dollar to Dio carriageway. Under PF, it was a very big scope. One diversions, Pakaway. There was a diversion, PHIRI, for those that don't want to go through Kawe, those that don't have business in Kawe, There's even plans to do a new office for RTA. If you know where RTA offices are, you can see that construction it's not even befitting RTA, So there were all those things in that scope that these people don't want to be honest about and tell the people to say, oh, to alifunyamo ifine. But there is a very focusing I want to better to say kufpanga kwati
that road was just overpriced by $600 million, which it wasn't. You know.
If anything,
So,
if you
we don't
consider,
understand.
sorry, my brother, if you consider those, I mean, it is actually becomes cheaper. So I didn't, I didn't get this. There was supposed to be a diversion for people if you don't want to pass through
Yes.
Kabwe town. You pass Kumbai.
Yes, exactly. You avoid Kabwe town, you
Serious?
avoid Kapiri town.
Or even Kapiri
It
town.
also had about it also had about 50 kilometers of township roads in Rwansha and in Dora.
You can imagine.
Okay. Yes. So you look at all these things that you have shame, and then they come and tell us to say, and on top of that, bad sangiri design very chitakai. So why are they trying to lie to the people to say no, to make it seem like this road was just deliberately overpriced by $650 million? It's being in disingenuous on their part. But to people know, we are doing this so that Forex doesn't leave the country because the 24 contractor would have paid them in dollars. But the irony is, contract here are priced in dollars. It's not like those people are going to be paid in Kwacha. No. But it's not going to fix the contract in dollars. So what are they talking about Forex? Because I was another film for yesterday. So it doesn't make sense. It's like
No, thank you very much, my
really
brother.
Doesn't make sense. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali. I don't know what time it is where you are.
It's actually it's morning. I can even see outside. When I look outside, I mean, I can even see it's becoming light.
Oh, lovely. I hope I'll be given ample time to express myself over so many matters.
Please go ahead. I'll even take a pen and a paper in case there is something that I need to take note of. Please go ahead.
All right. Okay, a lot of people don't know Zambia because I know it better because I'm in exploration.
Okay.
So there are so many areas that we have covered. I have the information pertaining to the exploration that was done in 1958. When you look at the document, Northwestern Province, all of it, it's a bed of gold.
Okay.
There is a farm that we have somewhere in Lungu. We were planting ginger, so in the process, we started picking gold nuggets. So when people learned about that, the community came and we started doing gold, and then the government took it up. That was during the time of PF. So this country is very rich in terms of mineral wealth. If you look at Muchinga escarpment, the whole Muchinga escarpment, that is manganese and silica. When you go to Mansa, Mansa, it's actually manganese, which is embedded with sujlite. A lot of people don't understand what sujlite is. So the veins that are in Mansa, when you're mining, in the process, you find sujlite as a by-product. So that's why no one can say, no, I've got a sujlite mine. No, because sujlite is embedded in manganese. If you look at Lusaka City, the Lusaka City that we have, Lusaka sits on diamond. All that Bubala, Chalala, going down to even Lukasama, those bedrocks that you see, when you start digging, just maybe at a reduced level of 70 meters, you would find diamond. Lusaka sits on diamond. So sometimes you'd question why Zambia is classified as a land-locked country. Because somebody had to just lock this land for what we have. Now, getting to the topic that you touched regarding the dual carriageway.
You should follow the case of Kasondemwenda, Changala, Siame, the EFF. Today, they are in court because they exposed that transaction. They have been pursued for now. This is almost getting to 1 year over that matter because of the interest that they have taken. Now, for this country to develop, we don't need a leader that would be initiated traditionally. We need a leader that is going to connect vertically to God, because Zambia is a country that is meant to finance the kingdom of God when it comes here on earth. When you look at the constellation also, I'm going to talk about so many things. When you look at the constellation, in terms of what we see in the space, Zambia is the country that exposes the universe. You see all the fixed stars in Zambia. It's a president of light. And we are the only country in the world that is covenanted with God. So for Zambia to manifest its glory, for its mandate to be fulfilled, we need a leader that would connect to God vertically. If not, it's going to take a lot of time for us to see what we have in this country. Trust me, this country is rich. This I'm not speculating. I met a geologist at Famosi Hotel.
Sorry, sir. Let me just for the sake of so many other people that are calling in, let me allow them to also come in. I appreciate the insights that you are giving, but due to my time, let me take a few more phone calls.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Tayali. I've been trying. There are just so many things that we can talk about, but I appreciate for the time that you have granted me. Thank you and have a pleasant night.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, thank you. Batali, so trenda, batali, momo wati moba prophet. Ola bomfya ko karaka wedi mulanda tino ushali mo. Akavamo. 25 years wa Chilufya Tayali yachita over mwandi nangu tapaso so 25 years yachita over mwamona. Elonga vile mwachita chitaka accurate. Vai kata kuma target yonsa ya kulira abana boba ebeba tilibaka bwalala mwamona. Chonse basenda. Normally, your president, this type of stuff we appreciate by people who are bombere because the show says, "Chimo to buy some push, a mama na push some push." At least bena kanshi, ukumuna chio bale bomba ngabali role na tratu ino tumbusu bale kula na mabo. Eto baisa bika kukuntanshi mwamo. Kuchiro kula yanga kumase jaya chalwa Chilufya Tayali. Ififi na kwa na wantu ngabalanda ti early election. Ati yo nisha dera ndila election ife tunafipe nakali tulelo lerenshi
ala
tepele tulelo lela
ala mwe bantu Kristo ala lela
rafela mwatanda bakulanda Chilufya Tayali paya balungu tepa kwa balungu nombona kutampo kulanda chawe shana nisha kufoma pata padi wasafe kuwa background apa mwamona efe chirefu ayikafe Abu banakane bamusamba bamuna tipapule background wale na pressure batampo kulanda awe tatulelanda twalamu ikata tatulanda pressure kumu ikata ifo tukalazita provide security no mbanga na Zambia bale kusha security mwali poka ni security njimwana mu
mwala ibwesha shani
abantu abale turufshanya aba awe 2026 kwena kwale pamwe
kwale pana bale ya let me take this opportunity to talk about this issue. Nali umfaba mdala wa John Sangwa wale batiyo we are stuck with UPND until 2026. Our constitution does not provide for an election. However, mibepa wafya abantu basambirira bala tufulunganya. It is possible to have an election. It is very possible. Bantu wachita decide abantu ngabaya bati awo tatule kufuata president na vice president wako kuti wachita resign abantu nga baima tature kufwaya Hakainde Hichilema na wana lumango benu kabiyeni nga bachita resign. That is one way we can have an early election. If we can push those people to resign, and which we can do it. We can push them to resign. And once they resign, we can have an early election. Another one, we can push them to dissolve parliament and we go for early elections. So, ba Johnny Sangwa nefisungu fyabo, bale tekanya bera tufulunganya. Inecho mpusani na basambirira. Bantu bala tufulunganya. Early election ngatuambo kulapunda. Mpaka early election mpaka Hakainde Hichilema kuti achilekako. Ero tufile tupunde akachilekeko.
Machilufya so ifuire shiro kwa because if nduna firu bana panna ngunifira mwa ira twatira tamba pa ma student kumulungu shikulia umuntu alelanda president balemo susha balemo bazesko alelanda zesko
efire faika fina fidia
yo
efire faika
kenyo kuntarika nokula wonsha makare kuntarika ndelanda kenyo kuntarika
awe fine natu kwatamaka tukoshe natotela
nayo boss. Okay,
chisuma. Hello.
Mwaka bwanji President Tayali.
Bwina mwana. Mwaka bwanji na imwe. Iwe enda kugona o ndiye kuuka iwe.
Hapa ni 12 hours.
Oh, you in 12 hours, eh? Oh, that's it. Yeah. 12 hours uko in 6 hours ko.
So, nazofuna funza pali wa graphe omsamba. Tanya pia from there nabo bisama kuti. Kai mayona wa graphe omsamba watenga Zambia manje personal to order wapangamunga garden yao. So ever change of government foot mzachinja na tayari the fugitive wa pesa karibu Zambia izanga manje graphe omsamba the fugitive wa Zambia kutawata wa foot. Wewe so why you want a wind of change.
Wasiye, siwa yona.
Serious.
Wasiye.
Kaya abantu wafuna peleka intimidation kuli muntu aliyense mena kamba kufuna kuyamba kulufia wantu. Muntu akamba kwa Zambia zampeleka ku Southern Province. Ishibala ipa na Southern Province na kama nje ntocha chamber ni so bibo. Basi kulufia wantu. Zambia ni amine Zambia aliyense. Siko mwambia tayari.
Zikomo. Hello. Yes, please.
Boss batari maomba shani.
Bwana from maomba shani name.
Dawe, tulesha kwa Sarafi.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, na chakwa sana ina kutanda kwa boss batari. Ushie yine dio courage. Because abantu aba tatoa bachitegera. Then bakapanga umsoko wakwe bati very poor. Wibini na wami ni shwaona.
It's true.
Baite mwensara abantu.
It's true. Baite mokwiba aba bantu aba. You are right.
Nensara fi baite mwensara. Because one munene. Ndabare panga tama kine twali bombere kona abamuse bokachambisha pale. Balalanda thickness, material ikabomba, all those things if public kwa Chinese vari planga. Tafifuile bakisa nokufisa balalanda thickness file fwa ikanomba tabalanda shomuso bakapanga ni quality.
Bali fisa
bafuile bae babana.
Bali fisa contract, bali fisa.
Fine kai mwamona bwana Tayali. Abantu ngabalechite umuntu ngarechite fintu ifya kufisa mvile mwasaka mana nishita history. And then ichimbi futi bushe ba Chagwa au safe izi because apa ina fonde mona nyinda mbokutina because kula afati ngabaranda kantu nishama press conference ya mbokuisa nishi tilishani kanshi.
Bali safe tawaka muipae Chagwa ninji shiva. They are so desperate, but they can't kill him. They can't kill me. Ngawai kata kuli Chagwa, ngawai pa Chagwa, nishiwa ipa. Baka lampa ukamutawaka mwikali muzambi. Tawaka mwikali. Bamusamba, muipere. Hey, mukata mwaka mwikali muzambi ata mwaka mwikali. Nangufyo kumwikata. That's why ndera kamuikateni. Kamuikateni Chagwa. Nabaye bamuikatega ili. Kamuikateni. Mwimutumina call out mukamusendefye nangubuna wino bushukuka byeni bamusamba. Kamusendeni Chagwa. Tumone.
Kozi mwamona na mwisho futi bwana Tayali chimbichiri ndagusha abantu abati chishinga film guys arera nda last time pa program yenu ati tabafuwa advice wati chishinga kuona ule because nganangu natuikana mure mforangu ati kuma radio pama TV out of nangu ati 15 callers most of nangu ati 15 callers paafe babiri ama singers the rest they will be complaining no kublasta barabe n'abari pa radio no kufibarebe pamamona but it seems like katushinga bari ba blind ngari fwa aba bantu katwishimwa ndi
siya wanu alilanda ali bapanga zombi siya wanu alilanda ali bapanga zombi
the same siya wanu yesterday we are in the same siya wanu murera yesterday ali live wala ndira 2026 body is gone. Bear with me, mukesa mputura kwenshi. Kumwina warera. I think it's yesterday at the right.
Oh, shai mwenu. Nalai.
You can check video ku TikTok oko ilinga mwasecha face there. It's about 4-5 minutes so.
Okay, nalai checking. Yeah.
Awe wana Tayali muombe unatotera.
Awe naimwe na totera mwe wantu bakwalesa. Thank you. I think like I said, this is now 6:20. Usually I like to sleep a bit now and then wake up later. So allow me to sleep a bit. Thank you very much for following, and I'm sure you have gotten the gist of everything. What is behind is that Hakainde Hichilema is desperate. He's so desperate. He's scared of Edgar Lungu. He's desperate because he has failed. He's desperate. He wants to cover his corruption. He knows what he has done. He's guilty. But because of the guiltness that is in him, he's now trying to project this guiltness on Edgar Lungu. Valamfia Edgar Lungu. They want now to bring, Edgar Lungu got money. He never got any money. The money for FTJ was paid to a company. This company is still there. If that money was paid fraudulently, corruptly, they can go and arrest that company. When we talk about the dual carriageway, the money which was paid, the company is there. They can follow that company if money was stolen. But they did the work. And whilst they are talking about UPND, PF stealing, look at them. They have given a contract to a company that is not known. We don't know the directors. We don't know where they are coming from. And this company is supposed to bring in money, but instead, the money is coming from NAPSA and Workman Compensation. And instead of us Zambians running the road, they have given this company to run the road for 25 years. PF was going to collect money and pay this company within 15 years. Within 15 years, they were going to get 2.5 billion. These guys in 25 years, how much are they going to get? And they are supposed to pay 700. So how much are they going to make out of it? In short, Hakainde Hichilema, they have taken this asset, just like they have taken Mopani, just like they have taken KCM. A lot more is going into Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema has got this an insensible appetite to become rich. He wants to be like Avena Donald Trump. That's what he wants. At the end of the day, nothing will remain for us. And this is why we are saying we must have one national agenda. Which national agenda is that Hakainde Hichilema has to go? Let us not segregate. Let us not divide ourselves. Let us not discriminate amongst ourselves. Whichever political party you belong to, whichever tribe you belong to, let us remove Hakainde Hichilema. And at the moment, we don't have a person that can be there, you know, and continue, a person that has an experience, a person that is well disposed. That is why I am saying, let us settle on Edgar, Chagwa, Lungu for now. Let him do it 5 years. After 5 years, we can resolve ourselves. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night.